There is a part of you that longs for peace, longs for clarity, longs for silence. But your mind does not know how to stop. It races, it loops, it analyzes, it replays, it anticipates, it worries. You don't wake up tired because your body is exhausted. You wake up tired because your mind never rested. Krishnamurti believed this to be the central suffering of modern humanity. We live inside the prison of our own thoughts, not because we are weak, but because we were never taught how to understand the mind. We try to control thoughts, fight thoughts, suppress thoughts, escape thoughts. But Krishnamurti taught something revolutionary. Freedom begins not by controlling the mind, but by understanding it. Let us understand it together. Krishnamurti explained that thought is useful. It helps us learn. It helps us organize. It helps us build. It helps us create. But thought is also limited. Thought can't heal wounds. Thought can't resolve emotional pain. Thought can't silence insecurity. Thought can't give you peace. Yet most people live as though their minds are meant to be in constant motion. Krishnamurti said, "The mind is full of activity, and therefore it is incapable of being quiet. From that endless activity comes confusion, anxiety, comparison, and fear. Thought is not the enemy, but when thought becomes constant, you lose your ability to see clearly." Krishnamurti believed that our minds are not truly ours. They are conditioned by family, culture, trauma, society, expectations, fear, past experiences, the voices of others, the demands of the world. Most people do not think, they repeat. They repeat beliefs they inherited. They repeat fears they learned. They repeat patterns they never questioned. Krishnamurti said, "To understand yourself is the beginning of wisdom. Not understanding the world, but understanding the conditioning that shapes your reactions, fears, desires, and identity. Without self-understanding, you are not living. You are repeating." Modern people believe they overthink, but Krishnamurti would say, "You don't have an overthinking problem. You have an over-identification problem. You believe your thoughts are you. You believe the stories your mind tells. You believe every fear. You believe every insecurity. You believe every scenario. You believe every judgment. If you lose the ability to observe thought without becoming it, the mind becomes your master." Krishnamurti taught that you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind them. When you identify with thought, you suffer. When you observe thought, you become free. Krishnamurti did not believe in methods, techniques, or systems. He believed in one thing only: pure, non-judgmental awareness. Awareness without control. Awareness without resistance. Awareness without trying to change anything. He taught, "In the observation of the fact is the beginning of intelligence," meaning, when you see clearly without distortion, transformation happens naturally, not because you force it, but because truth changes you. Awareness is the mirror. Awareness is the light. Awareness is the doorway to freedom. And yet, in modern life, awareness is rare. Most people react. Few people reflect. Most people escape their minds. Few people observe them. Awareness is not an effort. Awareness is a return. Krishnamurti lived in a quieter world, but he predicted exactly what we experience today. He warned, "The more we chase pleasure, the more confusion we create." In the modern world, we chase stimulation, scrolling, notifications, dopamine hits, entertainment, constant distraction. The mind becomes overloaded, overfed, and under-reflective. Without silence, the mind becomes a storm. Without stillness, thought becomes noise. Without awareness, life becomes a blur. Modern suffering is not mystery. It is overstimulation without understanding. Krishnamurti's teaching was radical. Do not try to control the mind. Do not try to stop thoughts. Do not try to force clarity. Simply observe. Observe the mind the same way you observe weather. Clouds pass, winds shift, storms come and go. Thought is no different. When you stop fighting thought, thought loses its power. When you stop trying to silence the mind begins to quiet naturally. The moment you fully accept the movement of thought without trying to modify it, you step out of the prison. You become the witness, not the prisoner. Krishnamurti's deepest insight. When you observe a thought, the observer is the observed, meaning what you call my mind is simply thought moving. What you call me is simply identification with thought. But awareness, the observer, is not separate from the mind. They are one field of consciousness. When you observe thought without judgment, you dissolve the illusion of separation. This is not philosophy. It is liberation. Here is a simple, powerful practice. 1. Notice a thought, any thought, a worry, a memory, a judgment, a fear, a desire. 2. Observe it without reaction. Do not push it away. Do not analyze it. Do not chase it. Simply say, there is a thought. 3. Feel your breath anchor in the present moment. Thoughts exist in time. Breath exists now. 4. Let the thought pass. Do not cling to it. Do not suppress it. Do not continue it. Watch it fade like a cloud. 5. Return to awareness. Repeat as often as you remember. This is not meditation. This is living in truth. The mind becomes clear not because you control it, but because you stop feeding it with resistance. A mind full of noise cannot see reality. A mind full of memory cannot see possibility. A mind full of comparison cannot see beauty. A mind full of fear cannot see truth. Krishnamurti believed that true freedom begins with inner silence. Not silence created by effort, but silence that emerges naturally when thought slows down by being observed. This silence is clarity. This clarity is intelligence. This intelligence is love. Love for yourself, love for life, love for reality as it is. In silence, you remember who you are. Take a breath. You have lived your entire life believing you are your thoughts, but you are not the fear. You are not the noise. You are not the story. You are not the memory. You are not the projection. You are not the past. You are the awareness that sees them. That awareness is free. Krishnamurti said, when the mind is quiet, the beauty of the world reveals itself. Your mind can be quiet. Your thoughts can be understood. Your consciousness can be free. And when that happens, you will realize you were never trapped. You were simply unaware of the door. Now, the door is open. Walk out.